Hey everyone, Paul ISM. Not a great video to make today, but something I feel needs doing really. Sadly, we learned this morning of the passing of Gary Pashley, our friend, Hangout member, live crew member, and probably one of the most knowledgeable people I've known in my life about most things aviation, a lot of stuff to be honest. Sadly, we found out this morning from his daughter that Gary passed away last Thursday. And I think if I speak for all of our group, and probably a lot of the live show members this morning that were watching, that it's just come as a huge shock. He was only 47 years old, and I think it really has hit quite a lot of us quite hard. Not only was unbelievably knowledgeable, he had one of the most unfiltered, witty sense of humour I've ever seen on anybody. It literally, if he thought it, he said it, which quite often got him in trouble with a few comments. I know I'm going to talk about he's blocked by a few YouTubers because of his comments to them. In fact, I've got the blame for a few of those that Gary's done. And as we've all said as a group, we don't want to mope around about the loss. I think it's hit a few of us hard. But try and remember the good times, which we did today on the live show. We remember about all his hatred of the Star Wars. Every time we talked about that, he'd try and change the subject. He hated Dire Straits. And I've just played the entire Brothers in Arms album in his honour because every time I played it in the Hangouts, he'd tell me, turn that crap off. So we literally just played that in the Hangout now. I'm in the Hangout now with all the guys. I just felt the need to do this video. So this is it. So if you knew Gary, it took us ages, not only to get him to put his camera on, but to get him to actually appear on the live show. And we finally got him on a few months back. And Gary being Gary, he just always looks so unhappy when he's not really. It's just the way he is. But it's a loss to our group, and obviously his friends and family as well. And I don't know what more else I can say. I think it's hit us hard, a lot of us. I think most of us are just kind of dealing with it. Almost expecting him to jump into our Zoom call any second, like he normally did. So yeah, it's a great loss to our modelling community and to modelling in general because he was unbelievably knowledgeable. Now, what I decided today was he loved the F-15, absolutely loved it. So I thought, let's do an F-15 memorial bill for him. And what it's going to be called is the Gary Pashley Brothers in Arms Dire Straits song F-15 memorial build. That's what it's going to be. Any F-15 you want. A few of the other guys are doing different things for their own reasons. So I think Alan said he wanted to do an S-15, which I think, hang on, let me remember. I think it's a version of the 200SX. I might be wrong. I'm not very good on my Japanese cars. And Mr. Ride the Wind himself said he'd probably do a scooter. Because the other Gary always took the mick out of him, saying that he drove a scooter rather than a bike. So that's our only way to commemorate our friendship with him, really. That's the only thing we can think of doing. Obviously, the funeral, a lot of us are too far away, but I think Simon's the closest. And I think Simon's offered to go down and kind of represent us as a group. And that's what he's planned to do. So we don't know when that is. But the group build, I'll probably start it the beginning of next month, so the 1st of March. I'll do it. And any F-15. I've just gone and bought the 172 Great Wall Hobby F-15. Gary made a donation the other day to my GoFundMe. And I've used that money to buy the kit to build in his honour. He loved the F-15. Was immensely knowledgeable about the aircraft. And I think it's a small thing we can do to honour him as a friend. He's going to be greatly missed, especially for that wicked sense of humour. Because quite often he'd say the thing we're all thinking, but didn't want to say. And he would say it, which got him in trouble a few times, but he was a good guy and he is going to be missed. We're hopefully going to try and help his daughter move along his stash. I know it's early to think, but you've got to think about these things. Life does go on, unfortunately. Because they were saying things like, you know, if you want to come and get them, you can have them. If not, they're getting thrown out. And we know Gary's got a lot of rare kits, so we'll help out there along the way and help the family out, hopefully dispose of his kits and get what they're worth. Because I know he's got a lot of rare kits and all sorts of stuff. He was an avid collector of models rather than builder. But he is going to be sorely missed in the Hangouts. And I don't know what else there is more to say. So if you knew him, have a drink for him tonight. Come and join in with our group build. We will do some kind of collection at some point through the group. He's fully paid up in our birthday fund, so we'll use that. That can go into the collection, and we'll pass it on to his family's charity of choice. And yes, they can do with it as they wish. So, not a nice video to make, but I just felt it was kind of right to do it because he was a good guy. And one thing he did that always annoyed us all was to just leave and not say goodbye.